This is Newsbreak 26 in Southwest New Brunswick. I'm Vicki Hogarth. Here's what's happening in our part of the world. New Brunswick has suspended the use of the AstraZeneca vaccine for anyone under the age of 55.
I do want to emphasize that we are committed to a vaccine program that is safe and effective. And while there have been adverse events reported in Europe associated with the AstraZeneca vaccine, these events are extremely rare. And there is a range. Some people are quoting 1 in a million, 25 per 20 million. It depends on which reports you're reading, but there is a range and it is rare. Of the 20 million doses given to date in Europe and the UK, there have been only 25 reports of this adverse event and none in Canada. The risk of developing serious illness and or death from COVID-19 is far higher. These vaccine-induced blood clots have not been reported in Canada.
The National Advisory Committee on Immunization, known as NACI, made the recommendations following studies in Europe of rare cases of people under 55 who developed blood clots up to 20 days after receiving the AstraZeneca vaccine. Some New Brunswickers under 55, such as frontline workers and school staff, have already received a first dose of AstraZeneca. Dr. Russell says public health is currently looking into whether or not these individuals will be able to receive a vaccine by a different manufacturer, such as Pfizer or Moderna, for their second dose.
As of right now, because you can wait 16 weeks in between the first and the second dose, we'll have more information on that, but it wouldn't be likely that if you're under 55, you're going to get another AstraZeneca dose at this point. But again, it's an evolving situation, and we'll keep everyone posted.
AstraZeneca will continue to be administered to people over the age of 55. Although cases of COVID-19 remain low across most of the province, Zone 4 is where the majority of New Brunswick's cases continue to be located. Due to the transmissibility of the variant, the red alert level of recovery has been expanded to include almost all of Zone 4.
Given the transmissibility of this strain, COVID Cabinet has confirmed Public Health's recommendation to expand the red alert level to the communities of St. Leonard, Grand Falls, New Denmark, and Four Falls as of midnight last night. All of Zone 4 is now at the red level, with the exception of St. Quentin and Kedgwick.
The rest of the province remains in the yellow level of recovery. The 23rd draft of a bylaw respecting short-term rental properties in St. Andrews is currently available on the Town of St. Andrews website for the purposes of receiving public feedback. At a special council meeting on Monday night, 4 out of 5 councillors who were present voted in favor of tabling the document so the public has time to review the latest draft and provide their input.
No matter what your position is on this particular bylaw, we're about to do a workshop and take this to third reading potentially next week. The public has had absolutely no input and no opportunity to see whatever we're working on today prior to us voting on this.
There will now be a special meeting in April to review the bylaw again with additional community feedback. At that point, council will have to choose between tabling the document for the next council, moving the motion forward to a third reading to pass it before the municipal elections, or defeating the motion. Last week, we told you that Mayor Doug Naish is reoffering for the mayor of St. Andrews. We now know that he will be running against his current deputy mayor. Brad Henderson has officially announced he's entering the race after 5 years as deputy mayor.
And I'm really excited at the opportunity of being a working mayor and finding new opportunities for the community to help improve and grow versus focus on changing what we have today.
Henderson is encouraging St. Andrews residents who are passionate about local politics to get involved and run for council.
I've been actively recruiting candidates. I'm very optimistic that St. Andrews will have both an election for councillors and mayor. Early indication so far is that we have about 7 councillors that we'll be offering. About 4 more have to submit their papers this week.
That's all the news I have for you. For more stories and live COVID-19 updates for New Brunswick, follow us on Facebook at CHCO-TV.
A news and public affairs production of CHCO-TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.